Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person on your mind and your connection to each other. You might hear some thunder in the background during today's reading. Take that as a sign, if you will. If it resonates. I'm quite certain that just came up on camera, which is why I laughed, because that was a loud one. Anyway, I hope you don't mind. In today's reading, we are going to be talking about you versus them in the connection. We're going to get started with a few oracle cards where we'll be talking about your energetic state versus their state of being, what's going on beneath the surface, and then we're going to discuss the connection itself after that. I'll dive deeper into the messages using the tarot when we're done with the first spread of oracle cards here, and then we're going to go with the flow for the rest of the reading here today. I'll pull some channeled messages, most definitely tiles and charms for bonus insight and confirmation, and last but not least, we're also going to get out a personal message just for you to help you do a good reset and recharge your energy. I may or may not do an extended here today. If I do, it will be on this person's next moves and intentions. Hi, Wally. There's going to be a lot of audio disturbances or interruptions in today's reading, as I feel, and it's drawing me over here to this card, which we will talk about momentarily, but I feel like there might be some communication issues between you and this person, so take that with it what you will. I can't talk right now because it's distracting me. I might put Wally out of the room. I can't control the thunder, but I may remove Wally from my presence until the end of the reading. We will see. Anyway, I hope you're having a fabulous day or night, and I'm so happy you joined me for today's reading. Let's hop into it. So over here on the left, it is my intention that this represents you in this connection. Over here on the right would be your person, and then the two center cards represent your connection. So let's get started with you first and then go from there, you guys. We have the hyena, the oyster, and the mystic representing you. So this is a quite interesting message. I feel like you're suspicious over this person right now. It's almost like you have your eye on them. You're keeping a close watch on this person because they seem to be closed off. And it could also be that that's causing you to close yourself off a little bit too. You're reserved, you're guarded, you have some sort of walls up because of this person or because of your suspicions of them. So you might just be a naturally very guarded individual. Maybe you've been through some ups and downs with them in the past or other people, and it's causing you to kind of I just heard side eye. It's almost like you're keeping a close eye on them. You're almost like waiting for something to go wrong in the connection. And interestingly enough, your archetype is the mystic. And I feel like that's very fitting because you are here watching this reading right now after all. Maybe instead of speaking to this person directly and talking to them and trying to work it out with them, you're trying to find information out about them and kind of suss out the situation in more abstract ways, like through readings, through psychic communication. I just heard networking, so it could even be through like mutuals, friends and family that have ties to you and this person. If you happen to like know their friends, know their family, or if you guys have mutual contacts. I also heard coworkers, so if you happen to work together, like other people that are in their vicinity. But I don't think that you are currently talking to this person directly. If you are, you're still not asking your direct questions to suss out the situation. You're kind of keeping a distance a little bit emotionally, energetically, and kind of watching them from afar to observe their behaviors. Whoa, did you guys hear that? I told you there's going to be some thunder here today. I do apologize if that bothers you. Personally, I love the rain and I love thunderstorms, so it doesn't bother me one bit. And this is also my time of the day to film, so I got to do it when I can do it. Take it as extra confirmation. I'm curious to see if the tower is going to come out in your reading here today, given the lightning. But anyway, I digress. Let's talk about your person for a moment. They're represented with the Scorpion, the Black Egg, which is the throat chakra card in this deck, and the Vessel. So your person and you are kind of like kindred spirits right now. They're very similar to how you are represented, except your person is taking on more of a, I just heard a word I can't say, I don't think. They're crabby, I guess. We could say they're crabby, they're grumpy, they're a little bit spiteful right now. So I'm not quite sure why that is. It might come out during the tarot section. Oh my goodness. Hopefully this isn't too loud on camera. Anyway, your person's a little bit spiteful, they're a little bit resentful, they're angry. They might be angry directly at you or a situation that involves the two of you. I think that right now they're withholding communication. And so are you, but it's for different reasons. This person is, I just heard standoff. It's like this person might be waiting for you to break the ice and reach out to them first, but your walls are up, so you are like blocking that out. I'm really getting, for a lot of you watching, this is likely a no contact situation. It might be a separation situation, or maybe the two of you are on a break, or something along those lines. I'm not getting like a happy, flowing, harmonious union reading from this so far, because both of you seem to be a bit walled off and withholding some sort of truth or communication from one another. Oddly enough, we're going to talk about that shortly here with the joining mutual energies of the connection. But your person wants to be the recipient, okay? They're very much focused on being a bit spiteful towards you. They're angry towards you. They might even be focused on work right now, trying to distract themselves with other projects or ambitions. Maybe even using that as an excuse to wall off communication from you, and they want to be the recipient. One of the reasons I know that they want to be on the receiving end of the next communication is because before the Vessel came out for their archetype, I had the Womb attempt to come out. For those of you who are familiar with my channel, I'm very picky about how cards come out. If it comes out in an odd way, I usually reshuffle it and trust the process. If it's meant to come out, it will one way or another, and it did come out. Your person wants to be the recipient. They feel like they're owed an explanation. They feel like they're owed communication from you. They're owed some sort of a truth. And I don't think the two of you are all that different. I feel as though you feel the same way, but your person is taking on more of like an angry undertone versus you are taking on more of a suspicious undertone. You're being cautious. I heard tread lightly. You're being a bit careful. You want to observe them. You want to keep your eyes on them, and they're just a little bit, I guess you could say, reactive at this time. Now, the joining energies between the two of you are Aletheia, which does boil down to truth, and we have the Sea Serpent, which is the sacral chakra in this deck. So, the answer, I just heard the answers. The joining energy, to me, this is translating to truth needs to be found on both sides of this equation. There's something the two of you are not speaking about. There's something that needs to come to light and flow more smoothly that isn't happening between the two of you right now. That's why moments ago I talked about the two of you kind of being kindred spirits. You're very similar and you're mirroring each other right now. Your approach might be a little bit different to this situation, but your root issues are very much the same. I feel like you're somewhat suspicious of one another. You might be a little, I was going to say a little bit angry with each other. You might be a bit frustrated over the situation as a whole, but the thing is, neither of you are communicating about that. You're either shoving it under the rug, like sweeping it under the rug, or you're avoiding it altogether. I do think that for a lot of you watching, there is like a total avoidance of communication at this time, even if it's only been a brief situation. So this could be a full-on separation situation. You haven't talked in weeks, months, years. It could also be that this is like a brief period after an argument or some issues with each other, and you're both feeling a little bit walled off at this time. But the root issue that needs to be solved is talking about the truth, getting to the core of this, allowing both of you to have a clear space where you can come in and actually say what's on your mind without you just kind of keeping your eye on this person and without them being overly angry towards you. So let's unpack it a little bit deeper, you guys. I want to hop straight into the tarot, where we'll talk about your specific thoughts and feelings versus your person's. Okay, so let's hop into it. We're going to do another you versus them spread. Jeez, with the thunder, you guys. This is a crazy storm. Okay, so let's talk about you first. Your thoughts and feelings towards your person. What's going on internally right now? Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Something's taking too long. Okay, you're being patient. Maybe you've tried to be patient. Maybe you have some sort of a wound from the past where you don't like things taking a really long time to develop. You don't like waiting. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. I think you're wanting more from this connection, and you're not liking the pace of things. You're not liking the speed of things. You're reflecting on past experiences you have had in your life, and you're trying to not make the same mistakes over and over again, and this person is frustrating you. Okay, so let's see what's going on with them mentally and emotionally towards you at this time. Okay. We have Strength, we have the Page of Pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. I want to get one more card. Hold on, because a couple fell to the floor and I want to reshuffle them. The funny thing is that your person is coming across as a little bit crabby, a little bit angry, maybe spiteful, reactive, but it's like a defense mechanism. Because deep down inside, they really, really, really love you. It's almost like they're trying to put on a front that they have the opposite emotions to what they actually have towards you for some reason. So this person might be emotionally wounded at this time. I do think that they're hurting. I'm not surprised that, hold on a second, I might sneeze. I told you guys there's going to be a lot of audio interruptions in today's reading. Okay, I think I pushed it back down because there's something wrong with the communication between the two of you right now. There's not a good link between your throat chakras. Anyway, as I was saying, reminiscent of that Scorpion energy, it's almost like, this is a good way of putting it. It's almost like a little yappy dog, right? Now think of like a little tiny dog coming across like a big Great Dane or something like that, right? Oftentimes that little dog will get yappy, it'll be barking, it'll be reactive because it's scared, right? But deep down inside, it's actually not feeling very confident in itself, which is why it's kind of yapping away. It's trying to act big and bad and tough. Towards the perceived threat, which would be the bigger dog in this situation. Jeez. That's kind of how your person's energy is right now. It's like they're so invested in you. They have so much love towards you. They're very sensitive on the inside, and so they might almost be projecting an opposite image because they don't want to let you know that, which is why maybe they're coming across as angry or non-communicative. They're deepest desires, though, at this time are to turn it around with you. Maybe they feel like they need to apologize to you for something, or you need to apologize to them for something. But this person's honest desires are to be in harmony and union with you. We have the Two of Cups coming out as the fourth and bonus card. So deep inside, they want to be with you. This person loves you. This person wants to be vulnerable with you. They want to turn this around, whatever's gone wrong between the two of you. But on the outside, they're projecting or kind of showing you this hard exterior where they're angry, they're frustrated, they're walled off, they're reactive, they're closed off, but deep inside their emotions are quite opposite to that. I think your person is just very sensitive at this time, okay? You seem to be a little bit different. And now that I've tied in the tarot here, I can understand the context a little bit better. I was going to say beggar. That's weird. Anyway, I think that you're seeing patterns in this person that maybe you've experienced in other connections in the past, which is why you kind of have a side eye towards them. You're kind of keeping your distance. You're a little bit walled off and guarded because you're like, I've already been through something like this before. I don't really care to repeat that pattern. I don't really care to experience this again. I have my eyes on you. I'm watching you. But you might not be communicating your concerns directly to this person, and they're definitely not doing the same to you either. So I feel like right now, like if I could pull some cards on advice for you, I feel like we'd have a lot come out about telling the truth and communicating authentically. Again, with the audio interruptions, you guys, I think you and your person could really benefit from speaking up and speaking the truth instead of keeping this all to yourselves, okay? Your energy in the connection is very similar, but the reasons in which you are acting that way are very different. You are like an observer. You feel like you've repeated these patterns one too many times. You're not wanting to do that again, so you're being cautious and careful, and kind of like waiting to see what happens, whereas your person is very sensitive. They're hurt, they're wounded, they're frustrated, and they, instead of being vulnerable with you, are projecting the opposite image. They're angry. They're maybe being a bit spiteful. I just heard petty. They might be being a bit petty towards you as well, maybe by not communicating or opening up. So, geez, you guys, I think we are going to do an extended for today's reading just because we're already going over time a little bit. We're going to talk about what's coming next in the connection in that extended. So if you'd like to see what the next chapter looks like between the two of you, what their next moves are, what's coming in next, you're welcome to join for that extended. It's on my Patreon, or you can find a link down below to the description, in the description box or the pinned comment. I can't talk right now and the noise is driving me wild. So anyway, we're going to get some channeled messages out from them to you now. And then after that, we're going to do Tiles Charms as usual and close the reading off with a message just for you. And then hop into that extended. So, all right, let's get the messages out. I do love you. That's what I'm saying here. Your person loves you. I've been saying that this whole time. They really do love you. But they're acting out of like a fear-based energy, and they're trying to pretend that they're unbothered. They're trying to pretend that nothing is fazing them. Hold on, because we have a word on this card that I'm pretty sure I can show, but just because I'm not going to do that, we're going to cover it up. So I don't want to get demonetized, so just being extra cautious. Okay, we have an L covering it up. That was randomly chosen. So that could be relevant to this connection. Somebody's name could start with the letter L. I'm going to get one more out from this deck, and then we're going to hop into my handmade deck. Yeah. Your person is acting like big and bad and bold on the outside, but deep inside, they're like, I love you. There's so much tension. I miss you. I want to make amends. There might even be like, this chemistry going on, and they're missing a physical connection with you, if you get what I'm saying here. I'm not going to go that distance on my channel, but they might be really wanting to have, a makeup session with you. Anyway, they do want to make amends though, okay? I just heard I'm sorry, and then I heard the song Sorry by Justin Bieber. So it's like, as I was saying, they missed like a physical connection with you. That song channeled in almost to say, okay, but there's more than just that. It's like they almost want to reassure you that they want more than just a physical connection with you. They genuinely miss you. They miss your presence. And that is funny because I didn't see that as I was saying what I was just saying to you, but this fell to the floor with a stack. This was upright. I got to get the rest of the stack because they have to be reshuffled. They're upside down. So yeah, I send you messages through music. You might want to listen to that song when we're done with this reading. Yeah, and the audio interruptions. This person might even be thinking about sending you songs. It's also interesting that so far from this deck, we only have purple cards coming out. That represents the third eye chakra. So they might be sending you some kind of divine communication, possibly through like clairaudient messages, through music. Please say a prayer for me. Please send a prayer for me. Please don't forget me. I just heard on my hands and knees, which is interesting. I think about you a lot, especially at night. Okay, so another purple card. We're gonna leave it there. Pay attention to like downloads you get about this person, and pay attention to any songs or music they send you. That's one way they're trying to communicate with you. I honestly, my gut is telling me that communication isn't over for good in this connection, because I think both of you are really wanting to speak to each other again or talk about the truth. We'll get info about that out in the extended, you guys, but my gut is telling me that the story isn't quite over between the two of you yet. Let's get out tiles and charms now before I hop into your closing messages and that extended. I can't talk right now because the sneeze keeps wanting to come out, you guys. If you know, you know. It's like when you feel like you have to sneeze, but it just won't come out. It's almost like you eventually start getting frustrated. You're like, okay, can we just get this over with now? It's like the most uncomfortable feeling until the sneeze actually comes out. And that's where I'm at the moment. And again, that's like, you know, bringing me right back to this throat chakra blockage. I think both of you really want to talk to each other. Both of you really, really want to have that communication line, but it's closed. I think you both really want each other. Like, both of you really miss each other. You want to talk to each other. It's just like, it's almost like a stalemate is going on right now. Okay. For different reasons, too. Okay, so we have E, H, D, F, I, O. Okay, that's a blank. D, L again, and another blank. Okay, so we have two blanks. You're welcome to fill those in with any letters you like. We also have a Y, and what's this? An A. I just heard yap, yappy, again with the yappy dog reference. And then we have red lips here. This person really wants to kiss you, I think. Somebody in the connection might wear red lipstick. But again, there's some kind of tension. There's like this unspoken tension between the two of you. And there's like a really, really deep, passionate energy. I think both of you would really like to just like embrace each other. And you just like, again, there's this stalemate going on where neither one of you wants to break the ice first, which is very interesting. Okay, let's get out your personal message now, and then I want to jump into that extended because I feel like it's going to be a good one, you guys. I want to unpack that tea for you, so let's hop to it. Let me get out an animal spirit card, and now there are sirens in the background, you guys, with the audio interruptions. You guys need to talk. Like, I'm not telling you what to do. You do you. I never, like, at the end of the day, all the decisions you make are your own, right? But there's something about the two of you just needing to freaking talk to each other. Okay? There's so much blockage going on there. Anyway, these next two messages are just for you. It doesn't have to relate to this connection. If it does, fine. If it doesn't, also fine. These are just for you. If you've made it this far into the reading, first of all, you should totally like and subscribe. It helps me out as a reader, and it helps the channel continue to grow. And also, drop a lion emoji down below to let me know you're still here. Okay, so you got the lion with control. If you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration. That's perfect. Enough said. Express your needs and thoughts more openly and constructively, I feel like is the highlight there. I'll hold that up in case you want to like reread it. And then this is your affirmation of the day. I invite you to affirm this with me. You can do that by commenting it, writing it, whatever you want to do. I believe in myself. If you or someone you care, if someone you cared about needed encouragement, you would show support and faith. Then why wouldn't you do the same for yourself? Give yourself the same treatment you would give your best friend. Love that. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop into the extended. If you're leaving me here, I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. I'm so glad you joined me. If you are joining for the extended, you'll find it on my Patreon or linked down below. I hope you have a blessed day, everyone. Bye for now.